Shalom, it's Selfie Carats. I should have had it spread out for you. All right, so I'm going to give you guys some new one. This is Scorpio Sag and Capricorn's monthly April 2020 video. All right, energy already on fleek. Been ready to. I knew I was going to snap this month. I knew I was going to snap because 4 is the month of foundation, okay? So once you have already seen what you manifested, you can bring it all the way around, okay? Don't worry about the dang corona bias, okay? Corona bias. Don't worry about that right now, okay? That ain't what y'all need to be focused on. What y'all need to be focusing on is what with the time that you have now to work on the things that you need to work on now, okay? Go check out my 4 under 4 on Instagram under the Me Codes. You guys can go check that in the description box. And then I also have a few other announcements before we even get started. You guys can do some pre-ordering Friday for some written ESPM, or you guys can go for that one, that tier specifically. You can get a personal, which is on my Patreon, or you can get a pre-written one, which is going to be on my Gumroad, okay? And then for Patreon, you guys can go select any tiers for your personal readings. Allow me to contact you, and then you contact me, okay? So if you don't contact me back, I just move on, and then thank you for the collection that month, okay? But you can do it within the 30 days or the, however many days it's in within a month. And then you guys can go check out my podcast, which I'll be doing individual signs on there. So there'll be a longer content, and then more vocal, okay? So if you didn't find what you need to hear, you'll find what you need there, okay? So again, yeah, pretty much spread what you need out and then go where you need to go, okay? But this month I'm going to be doing something in the physical for you all, okay? So meaning I will be determining who you need to be paying attention to, okay? Because there will be some strong indications of, who your physical people are, okay? What physical effects you may be having from these people, okay? So we'll get more specific into those, okay? So this is the full month. We're just going to look at it so I can have a good overview so we ain't going to waste no time. Okay, so the leading energy is 10 of Swords, but that was in reverse, but I flipped it and reversed it. So there we go. So we have the 10 of Swords in reverse. So that energy is basically saying whatever you're thinking of is mentally about to be wiped away, okay? And not in a way, but like I just cleaned out some files, okay, before I even started this. And I was like, oh wow, I've been carrying energy from past people's readings, okay, that's been stored on my phone, because your phone is an energy source, okay? And it's also a form of communication with my business, okay? So let's start off with your ESPM. Okay, so the moon is in your emotional space, okay? So the first week, emotionally, you're feeling like, what is going on? We have so many planets. I don't usually speak about the planets in these type of readings just because whenever you come here, that planet energy may not even be affecting this time when you read that, okay? So that may not be necessary. But you can, know what it is now and then take what you need for that moment, okay? So in the moon, we have the moon. Okay, so La Luna is really basically telling you to emotionally figure out why is that dark energy or why is that light energy conflicting towards you, okay? So the moon energy is always Gemini for me, no matter what. I always consider this my Gemini moon card. So you could be dealing with somebody with a Gemini moon, or you can also just be taking that side of communication with yourself, okay? That third eye would be also an emotional space, okay? Because this one absorbs the most, okay? So you have the 2 eyes, which visualizes, which is it's a form of diet, okay? Anything that you take in or consume is a form of diet, okay? Then we have the Knave of Swords in your spiritual space, okay? So that is because the sword is a lot more shorter, but it's also a lot more page-like. It is asking you to communicate non-pettily, okay? Non-pettily. Okay, so you want peace or petty. Yeah, Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn, you guys want peace or petty, but spiritually, okay? Because you don't want to be attacked in this first week, because this is the first week where everyone feels like they're the fool, so they're on a fool's journey, okay? And then we have the Hierophant, okay? So the Hierophant, ooh, okay. So the Hierophant, that is your 5th, okay? So that's a Taurus energy, okay? So you guys can be dealing with a Taurus. That is your physical person. So whoever's in the physical space, I'll be identifying those people, okay? I mean, obviously, major comment. We see the physical people are going to be Strength, which would be your Lion, okay? So your Leo energy. And then we have the Star, which is, that's in the 3rd week, though. So that's your Aquarian energy, okay? And then we have the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is, that's from May 11th to June 10th. So if you could be dealing with somebody in the 2nd week from birthday, May 11th to June 10th, okay? But they are coming in reverse, so they don't want to be seen. Or they may not be physically present, okay? They can be just somebody you think of. Okay, so we're going to talk about the Hierophant. So in your physical space, there is going to be a commitment, okay? So somebody may not be that King of Swords and that commitment. Again, they may not be knowing, they may not want to tell you that they want that type of commitment from you, because again, they may already have felt rejection from you in that format, okay? And sometimes when people feel already rejected, they just give up, okay? And instead of facing why they needed to, what explanation of rejection they needed, okay? So like I said, that petty, if you want peace, then you have to address peace straight on, okay? No matter what you feel that person's doing. Some people are illusionists, okay? I'm the queen of illusions for the entertainment purposes of this, okay? The entertainment purposes of myself, my character. I have to still be myself behind, that moon, okay? I still have to be my own light, because at the end of the day, I can give, you can give that energy of dark and light, but you have to realize that dark energies are always surrounded no matter what. So your emotions are always going to be affected when something is brought up and you are not caught up, okay? And you have the Temperance, okay? So that's in your mental space. So again, that patience, that first week, patience with yourself, patience with wanting what you want for committing, and also wanting what you want with your shadow side, okay? Wanting what you want, okay? So this is one thing to say I want that, but then you have to actually want it because you want, okay? Not because someone else wants you to want that, okay? Whew. And then you have the Knight of Wands in reverse, okay? So the Knight of Wands in reverse, that is also that's in your emotional space, okay? But that's in reverse, because I told you guys go check out my ESPM, my 4under4 on Instagram. But that also talks about that energy, okay? So because it is there emotionally, you don't want to go slow anymore. You're like, okay, let's just move forward with this. Let's just move forward with this, okay? So you have that insight and that mindset emotionally with yourself. You're kind of like, okay, the first week was cool. I addressed those feelings. Now, second week, let's address that action that my emotions need to have, okay? Because emotions are a form of verbs as well, okay? And then we have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles in your spiritual space, okay? So there is a reciprocity. So there's a reciprocity that you're going to be also, I talk fast, I'm not going to talk slow for you, okay? I ain't talking fast, you just listening slow. Wait, no. Okay, so we have that, that oros, okay? So that oros is that tangibility, okay? That spiritual tangibility. So, oh, okay, if I do the work this way, I'll get the results that way, okay? So prime example, like I said, me deleting files out of my phone. That is that spiritual work that I was harboring, and then that was that physical reward that I got, which is more storage, okay? So just in that type of mild form. And then we talked about the King of Swords, who doesn't want to be seen, but he is the one who's present, so that may tend to that what did I say? What's his name? My bad. That May 11th to June 10th energy, okay? So even during that time, you could be manifesting more communication that needs to be had physically from yourself, from your vocal, from your throat, okay? And then we got the Two of Chalices in your mental space, okay? Because again, we see so much reciprocity. So when you break that down, you have that 3, which is that harm, that when we talked about that third month, that March was that manifest energy, okay? Because you want to manifest rest, but you also want to manifest emotional fulfillment, okay? And that Two of Cups is that emotional fulfillment. It's not a choice, it's a decision, okay? Because two people come together to make that decision, okay? It's not a choice, it's a decision, because two people came together to make that decision. So, will you be satisfying yourself the second week by making that decision? We'll see. But you got the insight, so you know what to do. But you always have to review back on what you heard that was necessary for you, okay? And then we're going to go into the third week. The third week is going to be that King of Pentacles energy, okay? So that King of Pentacles energy is like, oh, emotionally, I feel like I am stable, okay? That emotional stability is also going to be bringing the reward to even say those things, okay? The reward to even feel like you are worthy of saying those things. Because a lot of times people don't get in relationships because they don't feel worthy of them, okay? Yep. A lot of times because you know how you admire someone, and then you start hating them for what you admire them for. It was a tweet about Sagittarius. Oh, you guys, that was your tweet. So the tweet was, Sagittarius is the ex that you guys will love but hate yourself for it. But that is the purpose of loving someone who isn't attached, because that attachment gives you the freedom to become attached to what wants to be attached to you, okay? that gives you the freedom to become, you know, because you got to tell, that is the best thing, is when you can tell your ex, hey, like, I love this girl, you know, or I love this boy, or I love this man because, or I love this woman because such and such. But you know what they taught me? To be present with what I want and what I have, okay? If they're ex, they did not need to be in my life, you know what I mean? They were ex for a reason. Okay, or there is some type of solitude that you can have by knowing that they are still mine, but not tangibly. Okay, they are still mine, but not tangibly. Okay, having a mime and a mind is so influencing. Okay, a mime and a 10, 11, a mind and a mind. Okay, a mind and a mind. Okay, because sometimes you can be with somebody that you love and admire so much that it irks you deeply. Okay, and it makes you work against them, which is that back to that moon energy. Okay, and then you will be taking shorter routes to communicating. Ooh, this feels like I've said this before in my past life or something. I'm just feeling that energy. Okay, so now that we have the two here, that means that spiritual and emotional energy is very, very sound here now. Okay, so we have the King of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles can now, you see that the King, well, I'll show you. The King, he sits with the award in his hand, or the prize in his hand. The Queen, she offers it, okay? Because remember, we always say the King gives, but the Queen receives, okay? Or vice versa. So in this point, the King has it, meaning he's possessed it, and the Queen gives it, means that she, you know, addresses what is given to her, okay? She said, suck my dick. Anyway, so we have the star energy in reverse. Okay, so that Aquarian energy coming in reverse is also saying, hey, I can't heal you. Okay, that was my meditation yesterday. It is not my job to make others happy. Okay, so that when that star is in reverse, that is actually saying that it is not my job to make you happy. I can give you all the things that you need to become happy, but I cannot make you happy. Okay, and then you cannot bring your unhappiness to me. You cannot bring your unhappiness to me, okay? That is not something I'm getting offering, okay? That is not something I am accepting. I do not accept those payments, you know? Because I wouldn't bring that payment to you. I would solve my own issues, and then I would bring you the tools that I use for solutions. But I can't, again, those tools may not be created for you, okay? My tools may not be your form of magicianry, okay? So we have the Six of Wands reverse, okay? So now that we have that, I can't heal you, you can't heal me, we have that resistance mentally. Like, why can't you heal me? Why won't you heal me? Well, because, listen, I can't heal you because you don't even know where you want to start at, okay? You don't know where you want to start at. And when you don't know where you want to start at, you start bringing yourself that disappointment, okay? All right, so we had the Two of Swords in reverse in the last month, okay, the last week of the month, okay? So the last week of the month, that Two of Swords in reverse is also saying, okay, so I decided to emotionally not have no indecision, or I decided emotionally not to be indecisive. So again, you took the consequence of that physical, nah, no one's healing you. It was kind of like a standoff, like, okay, you're not going to heal me then? Fine. I'm going to decide to heal myself. And that's exactly what that is. Like, I'm going to finally decide to heal myself. But that in that term, you cannot take it as an offensive, okay? You cannot take it as an offensive. I can still be present and love you and not be, you know, enamored by you. I can see you for who you are, and I can move with that energy. Okay? I can see you for who you are and move with that energy, because we have the Two of Wands in reverse, that long term and short term. Like, hey, I'm long term here, but short term not being in an environment. I'm short term not being spiritually affected by you, okay? Okay, so because you have to think about that. Long term, that could have affected me. Okay, we could have communicated pettily, and then we could have, you know, we would have been giving off a lot of, spiritually, it would have been a lot of back and forth. Okay, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles. The feminine would have only been given, and the masculine would have not. Okay, so you took the nightmares out of the vision. Take the nightmares out of the vision of what you think is supposed to be happening. Okay, so again, you decided to emotionally, you know, receive long-term, short-term benefits from yourself and not from others, okay? And then we have the strength. That take a lot of strength in life. That take a lot of strength. That take a lot of strength to say, hey, I still care about you, but I don't think I can care in that manner. I can't care in that physical space that you wanted me in, okay? I am stronger alone without you than I am with you, okay? Because because think about that. A King of Swords wouldn't be communicating from that endearing place. Because you are trapped in this commitment, that Hierophant, you are trapped in this commitment that is supposed to be feeding the jungle and not the zoo. You hear me? Yeah. You don't want to be the person that's feeding the zoo. The zoo animals don't like where they at. You know that show, The Zoo? I ain't watched it, but I know a little preview. I watched like 2 or 3 episodes. Or, you know, my grandma, she gave me a little whole rundown. But, you know what I'm saying? And then how can you heal if you're in the zoo when you should be in the jungle? How can you heal when you're in the zoo when you should be in the jungle? You can't hit all the animals. You can't make sure you helping others procreate and rehabitat. Okay, that's physically. That's physically. We have a lot of major icons in your physical space. So that means physically, these were a lot of themes and lessons that needed to be addressed. Okay? So you can try to send out that juju that because they didn't want to be with you physically, that they're not here with you presently. Okay? Don't play with me. Because you're going to feel that spiritually. You're going to feel that spiritually, long term and short term. When you be a petty P, you get the petties back. Because the ancestors be on some other okay? They be on some other They fight on wars. We fight on crimes. The physical fight on the earthly based people. We fight on crimes. The spiritual based people, they fight on wars. World War III ain't got nothing on ancestry, okay? Because they've been living back in the life. And they got a lot more view of information than we do. Okay? That's exactly why we be clouded. So don't play with me. Not this month. Okay? So we got the Queen of Chalices in reverse. Okay? Because again, that mentally, the Queen of Chalices would have been given so much love that the masculine wouldn't even see what they had to give up in return. Okay? The masculine wouldn't even have seen what they had to give up in return. Because the queen would have been doing so much for them. You could be the queen or the masculine. You decipher how much more you got in your chart, okay? Everybody know different signs got different, feminine, masculine energy. So you need to figure out, you do a tally mark. If you don't know what you're doing, do a tally mark from all your houses or all your placements, your planetary placements, and write it down. Okay, I got, this is female, this is masculine, this is female. And whatever one is more masculine, whatever one is more female, then that's who you are. You a girl or you a boy, okay? You a fee or you a male. You a one or you a man. And when you put those two together, guess what you are? A whole damn zam. All right, now seriously. Okay, so that was the Queen of Chalices, you guys. Oh my gatos. Oh my gatos. I love patos. Okay, so I love patos. All right, so that was your what did I say that was? That was your monthly, okay, guys? That's all I had to say for you all. Like I said, your main person that you guys need to be thinking about is from May 11th to June 10th, okay? May 11th to June 10th. But I also did want to do another one. I said I was going to do it for you guys. So this is the person you guys need to be thinking of, or this is the placement, whatever it resonates to you, that you need to be identifying yourself with, okay? All right. It looks like you need to be identifying yourself with Taurus energy. Yep, that's that May 11th, June 10th. They got that Taurus Gemini, okay? Remember I talked about the Gemini moon at the beginning? So there you go, that Taurus or Gemini. That's who you need to be focusing on primarily. So that was a double confirmation. All right, double confirmation, super assassination. Double confirmation, super assassination. Sashay. All right, bye guys. I love you. I might do y'all one more thing real quick. Okay, yeah. Oh, let me write that down though. So y'all had Taurus. And then y'all had the King of Swords. Betrayed by the booty. Remember that episode of That's Alright? Okay. I know, I need to stop listening to it so much. Whoever the people that be talking in the background with the noise, with their accent, be having rolling. Alright, let me see. Hold on. I got y'all a little law of attraction real quick and get y'all 20. But yeah, y'all go check out my Anchor so y'all can go get listen to y'all placements. You know, I break it down for you. Scorpio, Sag, Cap, whatever you would like, Dap. Yeah. All right. Ooh, Ooh, appreciation and love are identical vibrations. All right, so appreciation and love are identical vibrations. Appreciation is the vibration of alignment with who you are, okay? With who you are. Appreciation is the absence of everything that feels bad and the presence of everything that feels good. When you focus upon what you want, when you tell the story of how you want your life to be, you will come closer and closer to the vicinity of appreciation, okay? And when you reach for it, it will pull you toward all things that you consider be good in a very powerful way. Oh, Shay. So I'll talk to you another day. I'll see you in my other videos. Okay? Okay? Quit playing with me today. April Fools, guys.